Elon gives us an Autopilot 2 feature target. Autopilot makes you behave now. We have some new drone footage of the Gigafactory and more. Here are your Tesla tidbits for December 23rd, 2016. After letting us know yesterday that the Tesla Vision neural net was ready to go, I pumped the brakes on expectations of when we might see feature delivery to Autopilot 2 equipped cars, since there was a much smaller sample size of those cars. Turns out, that was an incorrect assumption. Just hours ago, Elon sent a tweet that is sure to bring a happy holiday to those of you out there with Autopilot 2 cars. Quote, "Looks like we might be ready to roll out most of Autopilot functionality for Hardware 2 toward the end of next week," end quote. Now again, we have to bear in mind two things. Firstly, he did say might, and secondly, Tesla has never been known for hitting targets. So while this is great news, it's certainly not in the bag. Hopefully Tesla can make good on their December promise. It's not all sunshine and lollipops for Autopilot, though. Electrek reports that a software update is now forcing Autopilot to obey the speed limit. For me personally, this wouldn't be an issue, as I determined long ago that my wallet didn't like speeding, both for efficiency's sake and in the ticket department. However, I recognize that folks would like their car to operate in the same way they would drive their cars, so this is an interesting decision on Tesla's part, to say the least. If they want folks to use the feature, which is believed to be safer than humans driving, but humans do not use the feature because they can't go as fast as they like, it seems to me like a counterproductive decision. On top of this, it seems as though the restriction isn't working properly. Well-known Tesla tinkerer Jason Hughes captured the system in action in a 65-mile-per-hour zone, trying to restrict the car to 50 miles per hour. This is a developing story, and we'll certainly put a pin in this one to see what the result ends up being. Teslarati gets the credit for all of our remaining stories. Thanks for all your work, guys. I missed this story yesterday, but felt it important enough to cover, so I bring it to you today. Apologies for the miss there. When Powerwall 2 was introduced, it was a simple proposition, $5,000 nets you a product with double the capacity of the first generation and includes an inverter. However, it looks like there's a model that requires an external DC inverter and also still costs $5,000. The difference is subtle. Per the article, the built-in option is a good fit for existing solar installations, as you get the package deal and don't have to worry about any compatibility issues. There are situations where the external DC inverter is a better option, but as the article itself states, the nuances as to when the DC or AC inverter option is better is lost on all but the most technical folks. The bottom line, though, is the system provides options for all situations. We got a new flyover of the Gigafactory this month, and wow! The Gigafactory wasn't exactly a small building as it was, but the new additions we've been hearing and seeing pictures of preparation for are massive. The building looks to have more than doubled in size. You can see the new portions as the roof hasn't quite been finished yet, and is a gray contrasting against the stark white of the finished area of the building. Obviously, get a look at the video at the link in the show description. It's in 4K if you have the equipment, and it's worth your time. Lastly today, we get a new Easter egg in car software version 8.0, update 2.50.114. If you dream of Mars as much as Elon, simply hold down your Tesla T on the console to pull up the super secret squirrel password screen and enter the word Mars. This switches the Maps application to Mars terrain rather than Earth. While this is a fun Easter egg, obviously not very useful when you're trying to get somewhere here on Earth. No word on how to deactivate the egg in the article, so owners feel free to let me know if this is as simple as re-entering the code or exiting and re-entering the Maps app. Check out the links to today's full stories in the show description. If you get some value out of the show, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks to my super patrons John Walthour and Drew Schuyler for their support at the $10 plus level. As usual though, if you have no spare coin, it's no big deal. You can still support the show for free with positive reviews and by spreading word of the show. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits. I'm trying to shorten this trailer so you guys actually listen to it, just in case I have any nuggets to talk to you about at the end. I think I've got a fairly concise message now. Speaking of things you'll want to know, there likely will not be a show on Monday due to Sunday being the Christmas holiday. I may try to throw something together ahead of time tomorrow or Saturday night to post for Monday, but no promises there. Whether you celebrate this holiday season or not, please accept my appreciation for following the show. I've been at this for nearly 8 months now and have about 500 subscribers between all forms of media. I am thankful to all of you. I want to give a special shout out to all of my patrons, not just John and Drew. That includes Seth Patterson, John Murakami, Eric Brown, Sven, Marco Lawrence, Don Miller, and Rena Wilson-Jones. That you've found my content this year worth your hard-earned coin leaves me without words. Thank you so much for your support. That's it for today. I'll see you again next week. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.